Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of The Real. I am your host, BG. Alongside of me, my new co-host, Marge. And then we got a very special guest in the building, Miss Tiffany, with her music. How you doing today, ladies?
Hi, VG. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Another great Monday. We get to do this show, so I'm always pumped for that. How you
Absolutely.
doing?
Hi, Tiffany.
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing
Good.
great,
Just
doing
so
great.
happy to be here.
Yeah, we're definitely happy that you guys are both here. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a great show. I'm feeling it. Tiffany, go ahead and let everybody know, about what you do and where they can follow you at.
I am an independent artist, um, and also currently a podcaster. Also, um, you can find me at all social media at Tiffany Music. And for my podcast, it is titled Tips Tuesdays. It's a weekly podcast every Tuesday. And you can also find me there at Tiffany Music, but on Instagram and Facebook at Tips Tuesdays. It's a tongue twister.
Nice.
Very
So,
nice one indeed.
so how long have you been doing this
um,
podcasting and this music thing?
okay, yeah, music. I've been basically doing it all my life. Seriously, performing since 2011. And my podcasting, I actually just started this year in February. So.
Oh, nice. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about that experience as a podcaster. You've been doing this since 2011. Tell us the ins and outs. There's a lot of people that want to be podcasters, especially to use the platform to push their music forward. Tell us a little bit more about your experience.
Well, with music, I've been doing it forever. I am from a musically inclined family. My mom, she was a musician, singer, songwriter. Um, worked heavily in church with music, uh, several choirs, stuff like that. The same with my dad, singer, songwriter, musician. It's all I really know. A lot of people in my family, if they don't sing, they preach. So it all kind of intertwines together. My brother, he's my producer, Mr. Mixer. Shout out to him. But we've been doing this music seriously since 2011. Um, and so in 2011, I did, more performing and stuff up until maybe the last, I think about 2017. And then I kind of just, just did projects. Here recently, I have a inspirational project that I just released in February. And I'm sure we'll get more into that. But that's as far as my music. Um, Did I miss any of that question?
No,
Uh,
you're actually doing a great job explaining. I know earlier you were telling me that you're from Arkansas, and I wanted to know a little bit more about your experience, just because Arkansas is an area, a very rural area, and you are in R&B, soul, and hip hop. Is that right?
yes, yes. It is a more dominant. Well, starting off, it was more dominant that we would, have like a lot of hip hop shows, and I can cater to all the genres, but my passion is R&B, and so but a lot of the artists here, they're hip hop artists. We have some R&B, R&B scene, but overall, in my opinion, it's a lot of hip hop. And here lately, I've been more focused on the R&B and the inspirational. So, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
And
Okay. That sounds amazing. I'm sorry, BG. I think I was getting ready to cut you off.
oh, no problem, no problem. I was just gonna say and in terms of your podcasting side, let everybody know about your podcast. What's that all about?
Okay, so my podcast. Okay, believe it or not, I've done music all my life. I can sing in front of everybody. I have no problem singing in front of everybody, but I never like to talk. Believe it or not, I can talk, and people have always said to me, "You should do like radio personality. You should do this. You should do that." And I'm like, "No, y'all. I really no. I don't even like hearing my voice back, played back, talking." So, but this year I wanted to leap out and do something more than just music because I am more than music, limiting myself to just music is not what I should do. So I was like, well, I don't want to be like, like this show right here where I'm talking with a whole lot of people or anything like that, but I still want to leap out into talking and, I have something to say. If anybody follows me on my Facebook, I often will send out inspirational quotes, things like that. And so I was like, well, I could still do the same thing. I listened to some other podcasts where they just, they had a little script and they said what they said, and then that was the end of the show. And so I was like, well, I could do something like that. But as far as like, visual talking, I ain't there yet. But so I wanted to do an inspirational podcast and I didn't want to do it too often to the point that I don't finish. Because
Mhm.
that's where I am in my life where I'm trying to be more consistent and actually follow through with things. And a lot of times we'll make this grand plan and it's a good plan, but then you go ho in the first part of it, doing everything, and you burn yourself out.
Burn yourself out.
And so I was like, okay, so I need to set a time. I needed to set a time frame on this. Once a week, that's pretty good. At the beginning of the week, you want something to inspire, encourage you, and motivate you to get through that week. So I was like, okay, you can just do a weekly podcast. And so from there, I just made it up in my mind. I said, I'm not gonna. I think I literally was like in January, I was like, I want to do this podcast. And
Mhm.
in February, I started it because if I let it linger, I'm not going to do it. So I did my first the trailer of the podcast, and then after I did that, and I sent it out to everybody, and everybody was listening and everything. I said, well, I got to do it now because
Yep.
I've already put it out there. So that was the start of the idea for the podcast. And like I said, it's an inspirational podcast just to give you inspiration throughout your week.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I
I
like it.
totally understand and I get it. Consistency is definitely key. Fun
Yeah.
little fact, when BG invited me to this opportunity to help co-host his shows, he actually told me like, "Hey, Marge, we can do it on Monday, we can do it on Tuesday, we can do it on Wednesday." And he was extremely excited. I had to tell him like, "BG, hold on, calm down. Consistency is key. And I don't want to marry nothing for 3 weeks, 3 days a week straight without knowing that I can truly commit." So most definitely. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really love your story, Tiffany, because it reminds me of Summer Walker. I'm not really a big Summer Walker fan. Well, I'll say I wasn't really exposed to Summer Walker before my best friend Dabney really introduced me to her. She's a huge Summer Walker fan. And I remember a conversation her and I were having about Summer Walker and her nervousness when it comes to publicly speaking and just kind of more so an introvert. And I know it gets deeper than that, but it reminds me of your story as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so I know that that's something that she's been open and vocal about, and something that she's been working toward, developing more within herself. So, right on, girl. Kudos to you. And I'm pretty sure you'll be out of that phase in no time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
You
working.
definitely get out of the phase pretty fast. Like I remember when I first started, I didn't ever want to be on here. I'd be the guy in the background listening and everybody's chats, But then I just took that leap of faith, like you said. You just start out with something that you can manage, where you're not pushing too much. You kind of just getting your feet wet, And during that process, it was just refreshing to know that you can live stream now. in the presence of your own home. You don't have to feel like you got to go to the studio and be in front of other people. Like, this is just you. You know what I'm saying? That you do your thing in front of your camera. You don't have to know how many people are, even watching. You just get your mind on not even caring about that part, just caring about giving out your content. And like I said, after you do it a while, I went to a point where I was going like 3 live streams a day. And actually, I got 3 live streams today too. I already did one, and I got one tonight. To the point where it's just like you're always just on here. You're like, all right, let's go. You feel it. You make your own schedule. You kind of, create that atmosphere where people are, willing to see you. Because once you start on podcasting, you definitely got to get as much content out as possible, to help, get yourself through the algorithm so you can get a fan base. I think once you build up a nice fan base, then you can kind of ease up a little bit, take a couple of shortcuts, come post when you want to type thing and still be getting the reaction and, what you want to get out of it. So, yeah, it is a grind, though. I tell you that much. It is a grind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Tiphani, let me ask you, so how do you define your success as a musician? Like, do
Yeah,
you consider yourself successful as a musician? And if so, tell us how.
yeah. Okay. So, first starting off, I was, that energetic artist that was like, I'm gonna be famous one day and all that stuff. But I was younger then, and as the years go by, I dibbled and dabbled into, actually like throwing the shows instead of just being in the shows. So that gave me a different perspective of, music in general. Um, but like I said, as I've grown, reality is like, the music industry, it's so, I'm gonna say, claustrophobic. Everybody's doing it. Everybody who's got talent, and then the way that you get noticed these days is different from years ago,
Mhm.
and with everybody doing it, you have to be like really that one that just stands out from everybody, or at least that's what I thought. Because some of the new artists that come out these days, I'm like, they all sound the same. They all sound the same,
Mhm.
because I've had people say that my music sounds different from a lot of music and stuff, but at the same time it's not what they're looking for. They're looking for the same what's already been done, just in
Mhm.
a new fashion or whatever, a new trend. And as far as success, um I've put out music that I want to put out.
Mhm.
So I think that that's success to me.
Mhm.
I have no limits, no boundaries, or anything like that. Because a lot of people they'll ask, "Well, do you want to stay an independent artist?" Yes, I want to stay an independent artist because getting into contracts and all that, I'm not for all that. I want the rights to my music. I want to be able to express myself however I want to. I don't
Mhm.
want to be in a box. So I always tell people I'll forever be an independent artist. And as long as I can put out what I want to put out, what I feel that needs to be put out, because I might not put out a hot single to you, but it might be what speaks to somebody else later on in life,
Mhm.
So like knowing my purpose in the process is the key to my success in music. If I can just touch a few people in this lifetime, then I've fulfilled my purpose. So like I said in the beginning, yeah, I was like, oh, I want to be a superstar, but now I'm just like, hey, I got this I want to put out. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Absolutely. And do you really want to be a superstar? Because look what's going on with these celebrities today.
Yes and no. Yes, I
Musicians,
only want the money.
actors.
I only want the money, really, to
Right?
be able to live comfortably. And then I'm a
It's just not the fame part of it.
yeah, and then I'm a cheap person, so I feel like I would still have money. I would hope that the money wouldn't change me,
Get like
but
Right.
a one hit wonder type thing. That's how I
right,
always
right.
wanted.
And I would
I
want
really
the
want to be all
performance.
big.
I would want the performance experience
Mm-hmm.
of a superstar, but not necessarily everything that goes with it. Even
Mm-hmm.
though if you were to get on that level, that would come, you know.
Right.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad for celebrities, right? Especially
Mhm.
musicians, artists in general, because they really can't live their lives. It's really
No.
hard to just walk. You can't even go to the grocery store without somebody like, snapping a picture, or you can't even behave as yourself sometimes because you have to worry about paparazzi or just a fan recording you, or,
Mm-hmm.
and being on, what is it, World Star or the Shade Room,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So I definitely get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice. So, who were some of your biggest role models growing up in terms of the music industry?
Mm.
In the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um, off top, my favorite entertainer period is Beyonce. Notice I said entertainer because you know some people can sing and they can't perform.
Mm-hmm.
So Beyonce is my all around entertainer that I absolutely love. But another one is Alicia Keys,
Mm.
and I've followed her from the beginning of her career to now. And a lot of people they say on some of my music that I give them Alicia Keys vibes. I'm like, well, I do listen to her, so
Right.
um, definitely those two are at the top of my list. Amongst, some others, Jasmine Sullivan, Music Soul Child, Angie Stone, Indy Irene, those are some that are definitely role models in the music industry for me.
Nice. I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it
You
a lot.
said all of my favorites too, girl. You said all of my favorites too. My dad was in love with Alicia Keys. Not that it was appropriate, right? Because my dad was older, and when Alicia Keys, was really in her glow, I always look at him like, Daddy, why is that lady on your screensaver? Like, that is completely inappropriate. I'm
I'm
talking
really
about
a fan.
Alicia Keys is not an inappropriate person, right? But he found the pictures. I don't know where he got them from, but he found them, and they were on the screensaver. So, yes, we on the same page about that. Absolutely. I
It's
kind of
always
want to
been
go
good.
back. I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead. Go
ahead,
ahead. You
Kiki.
go ahead.
No, I wanted to go back a little bit back to Arkansas, right? Talk
Mhm.
to us a little bit of the benefits of being an artist in Arkansas and some of the struggles, right?
Oh,
A lot of artists now, a lot of people get their opportunities from big cities like Atlanta, like Chicago, like LA, like New York, right? Tell us
yeah.
how Arkansas went.
Arkansas, we're trying to get on the map, y'all. We're trying to get on the map.
Okay.
There's a lot of talent in Arkansas, and it goes unnoticed. I believe if we could like just all do things together, that we would be noticed faster.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely not Atlanta and Cali and all that. It's not. We have our own vibe, a good vibe
Hmm.
whenever we, do things. But like I said, once we get together, then yeah, Arkansas can be on the map with music. It can be its own Atlanta. It can be its own Hollywood. You know.
I
So
believe it. I completely believe it.
And what about on the podcasting side? Do you know anybody in your area that podcasts as well?
um
Is there any local shows? In Arkansas.
that I know of,
Mm-hmm.
not that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I believe one person from my hometown. I believe he was saying something about podcasting, but that's the only person that I know of personally. So
Okay. Up to this date, what has been your favorite performance you've done live?
that's a good one. I don't know. See, here lately, I've been doing just the online live performances. Um, I think I can't narrow it down to one performance.
Okay.
I did have I did have my own show that I did called Film Fatale, and it was an all female show. Now let me say what it
Mm.
is: all female artists. Because every time I say all female show, everybody take it to the left, and I'm like, no, it's not that kind of show. But it would be all
Well,
rappers.
what would be wrong with that?
They would take it to the left. But
Look,
I would say some of my best performances were in those shows. I did that show 8 years consecutively. It
Mhm,
was an annual show, and so I got to do the show however I wanted to.
mhm.
I was the diva of the night. I was, it was about me, but it was about the ladies.
Mhm.
And so some of
right.
those shows I would say were definitely some of my best performances.
Nice.
Um, this is just to add into it, but I had one performance. If you were to ask what my memorable performance is,
Mhm.
being this particular show, I was excited because I was dancing. I was getting my choreography in and everything. So um, before the show, I had got these brand new boots. They was thigh high boots, and I was looking good and everything like that. And I was with a group of people, and we got ready to get on stage. And the most anticipated part of the show for me was gonna be that we were about to hit these dance moves. Y'all, I fell in these brand new boots
Oh
in the
my
middle of the performance, but I got back up though.
Right.
Okay, Janet, who was it that fell to? Was it Janet Jackson that
I
fell?
got back up though, and everybody was like, "Yeah, you did that, you did that," and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" Like I didn't even get to do the part of the song I wanted to do. But to
But
me,
you
it
got
happened
yourself
in
back up
slow
and dusted it
motion.
right on off.
Ah, keep pushing. Keep pushing.
But if you were to ask what the most memorable performance, it would be that.
I bet.
Yes, it was. Yes.
That's
And how soon?
amazing.
And how soon did you know you had a voice? It was worth actually trying out because everybody think they sing good. I'll be in the shower and I'll be singing like, "Ooh, boy, I can hit those notes. I can hit those notes," but I know I'm not going to be a singer. I did say I want to go when I get my studio all fixed up and do an album. Maybe a diverse album, a little bit of everything in it. Just one album. Not worried about if it sells to anybody, if it gets pushed out. Just to say I did one. But what was that point that you feel? Was it like in the early days in the choir? Because that's when I thought I was the best singer. But
um, let's see. That comes to mind. Because, like I said, I've been saying forever. But I remember as at the age of 7. My dad had a music group, and I was the youngest in the group. And we went to what is it called? It's in Nashville, Arkansas. Um the Grand Ole Opry, I think that's the name of it. But
Mhm.
anyways, the group was in this show, and they kept putting the camera on me because I was the youngest one up there singing. I was singing. So I would say age 7, is when curiosity peaked. And then, like I said, my dad, he kept us. If we weren't in church, we was in the studio, stuff like that, because he did music all the time. And so I was just, that's all I really knew. So, but it definitely by the age of 7. Yeah.
Nice. Knew it early. Had the
Absolutely.
vocal cords.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. So, being a musician from the age of 7, what tips do you have for young girls that want to be a musician, that want to be artists? I have a 13-year-old, and she sings every chance she gets. Right. So what tips do you have for either young ladies, young people in general, or people who starting off in the entertainment industry? What are some glows? What are some grows?
Oh, okay. So whatever you want to do, just do it. That's just a given that everybody's gonna say. But then also know that it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some time. It doesn't happen overnight. You gotta put some work into it. You can't just be like, I want to be a singer and then that's that. Well, you gotta put some work in. You gotta actually sing
Yeah.
other than in the shower, other than, just you just have the idea that you want to sing. Okay, so you want to sing. So do you want to go and take some vocal lessons? That's one thing I wish I would have done is take some vocal lessons. I still can,
Mm-hmm.
but that's one thing that I would like to do. But believe it or not, I didn't get into. Well, I was in choir in elementary school, but then when I got to like middle school and high school, I didn't do choir or anything like that until junior year.
Mhm.
So it's like if singing is what you want to do, you need to be finding every avenue that you can to sing.
You're
Uh,
starting now, huh?
yes, yes. If they're having a play in school, well, let me try to get in this. And even if it's not a singing part, the acting helps.
Mm.
Like people don't look at it like that. It helps with performing in front of people. It helps with just like memory, stuff like that. And just if you want to do it, then you find every tool, every resource in order to do what you say that you want to do. And keyword, you said it. This what you want to do it. Only you can help hold yourself accountable to what you want to do.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
mhm,
They used to always tell us that when we was kids, when we were kids, anything you put your mind to, you can do, right? R.
mhm,
Kelly was singing, so sad what happened to R. Kelly, and more so importantly, those kids, right?
yeah.
But I'm sorry, I don't even know. Am I supposed to say that on a podcast?
You can say whatever you
BG?
like.
I
Yeah.
told y'all this is my first time. You have to forgive me for anything I say in advance, right? But he was telling us to believe that we can fly, right?
Mhm.
Um, but it's so hard for kids to really understand that. It's so hard for kids to receive those kind of messages because they just look at us like, oh yeah, you're an adult. That's what you're supposed to say, right? And then in adulthood, they always reflect, right? We always reflect on all the things that people have told us and realize that it actually is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
that's
And
true.
he said those words, and his words are still true. He's
Right.
Hmm.
wrong with his actions, but the words is still true.
Right.
You can fly. Believe you can do whatever you want to do.
Hey, I
Hmm.
believe I can fly. I said before it's
Yeah.
said and done, I will be a Superman flying up there. It's gonna happen. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Absolutely. I think it's amazing everything you're doing, Tiffany. And let us know. We want to know more about your upcoming shows because, as we just talked about not too long ago, before we even started the podcast, I have family in Arkansas. My sister stays in Mableville, Arkansas. Mableville, right? Yeah, Mableville, right outside of Little Rock. And then on her side of the family, we have Stuttgart family members. So, we have family in Arkansas and she's always trying to get out. She actually just moved back to Arkansas maybe a year ago. So I would love to share with her and to share with our community in general in Arkansas about some upcoming events that you're having. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Me personally, right now, I don't have any upcoming events,
Okay.
and anything that I've been doing. Hold up, yeah, my computer trying to slide over. Anything that I've been doing has been like just online. I do my Facebook shows, and every now and then I'll get on TikTok and do some music on there. But I am accepting bookings If anybody needs any singing entertainment, make sure I say that right too. Singing entertainment. I have a lot of original music that I perform, and like I said, it goes from R&B, inspirational, hip hop. So any bookings, I'm gladly accepting any bookings. As of right now, I don't have anything booked, but I also let everyone know on my Facebook and my Instagram. You can keep up with me on there to know when I'm gonna go live and things like that. So
Yeah.
Did
and
you like
also,
concerts?
you can all my music is on all music platforms. So
Okay.
whatever you listen to music on Spotify, Pandora, any of those music platforms, you can put in Tiphani, and I will pop up. And
Oh, nice.
there's at least three of my latest projects on there. So
Wow. I'll
Nice.
be sure to do that for sure.
Definitely gotta
yeah,
check it out.
please follow,
Yeah.
subscribe, all
Absolutely.
that.
Get it.
Absolutely.
Get it.
Are
Well,
we gonna get a chance to hear anything today?
yes.
Well, yes,
Awesome.
Well, let's
yes.
get to that part. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm
Let's hear it.
excited.
I'm excited.
Let's see what this is
Let's
about,
go.
Miss Tiffany.
All right, look, I got my setup. I gotta move my chair and everything.
Get your setup on. And remember, take your time.
I,
Let everybody hear you. Let everybody hear you.
Right.
I told him, I said, how many songs you want me to do? Because I can do songs for days,
Uh,
Okay.
and original music at that.
nice.
Oh, right. Not everybody can say that, huh?
No, not everybody can. So.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna do like a mixture of. It's gonna be more of my R&B ish, and I'll do some of my inspiration at the end. And like I said, that's my latest project that I've done is called Inspiration Loading. So
Nice.
need some motivation? Put that in your playlist. All right, make sure my volume is up. All right. Can y'all hear me good?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Love's like a war, sometimes it's up and down. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. That's how it works out. Love is like a war, sometimes it's up and down. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. That's how it works out. Love is like a war, and love is like a war, and love is like a war. Love is like a war. I can only imagine the things going on in your mind. Down questions, what, when, where, and why. All I wanna know is where do we go from here? 'Cause I love you too much to make you stay right here. The trust is gone, I may never get it back. It was love you showed, but I didn't give it back. Love is like a water, hey. It's how it works out. It's something happening like can be so fresh and innocent. But the very first day we kiss. Don't know what happened along the way, but we lost each other some kind of way. The love was there, the trust was strong. We had each other's back, but now it's gone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey.
I like that one.
Okay.
I love it like a war. Got me
Okay.
out ready to battle.
Wow. That was amazing. First of all, I was like, wait, did she start in the middle of a song, girl? Because you went from 0 to 100 like real quick. You did
Real
not
quick.
wait. You went straight into it. You hit us with a high note within the first, 20 seconds? I'm like, okay, sister girl, that was amazing.
You can find that on my project called Crunk and Slow.
Nice.
Wow. I
Yes.
literally felt like I was just at like front row seats at a concert.
Yes.
All right. Well, I got a little more of
Absolutely.
that. Got a little more of that.
Well, let's go.
Wow.
Get that tempo for a minute. Looks like you've been really on the mix. See, I'm trying to be your bitch right now, but I like to set up another bitch shit down. Trying to be your converse. Be the one that you can lay out. Be the one that you can talk to. In the middle of the night, when you're feeling blue. You can run to me. You can call me. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime that you need me. Yeah. You can call me anytime, baby. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime that you need me. Hey! I can be your SOS. You can lay on my chest. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime you need me, boo, I'm enough for you. Anytime, baby. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime, baby. You can run to the altar one who really love you. You can trust me with your deepest secrets. Trust me, I'll be there when you need me. When you need me the most, I'm there for you. I'll be there in a hurry when it comes to you. I'll be your ride or die. I'm always by your side. Gonna be anytime, baby. Anytime that you need me. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime that you need me. You can call me anytime. Oh, anytime you need me, boo, I'll be there for you. I can be your SOS. You can lay on my chest. You can call me anytime, baby. Anytime, baby.
Girl, you're speaking to my soul. You are speaking to my soul, honey.
Oh,
And I love the Caribbean beat in the background. Oh, you are
Right?
yes, that was
yeah,
beautiful.
Nice evening on a beach, laid out, just chilling,
Hmm.
vibing.
Yeah, I hope my sister is tuned in on Facebook right now to the see the live stream because she's gonna definitely right underneath. Hey, she needs to send us the link to that song. We love
right.
it.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see what my next one will be. Okay, let's slow it down a little bit.
Oh, snap.
All right. Uh oh.
Oh no, Tiffany! Oh, there she goes.
There
We
you
right
go.
now, don't cut out before we get that last piece
Yeah,
out.
see what happened.
Come on. That was my bad. That was my bad.
Right? I can see it in your eyes that you hungry. You want right here. Look at me, baby. I can hear it when we're having conversation. You wanna take me. I can see it in your eyes that you hungry. You wanna take it. Look at me, baby. I can hear it when we're having conversation. You wanna take it there. You wanna take it there. I know you feel what I'm feeling inside. Excitement's been on my mind. The intensity of you touching me, you want to be what I feel. All the things that I want to do to you when we on the next level. I want to take it there. Sweet conversation. Got my mind racing about possibilities between me. You want to take it further. We're having conversation. Let you want me. We're having conversation. You wanna take it there, you wanna take it there. It's a sexual conversation, having some sexual in my body. When you get in shape, my body start getting not excited. Anxiety, ready, be sharing my soul, my feeling the fire. Got my body going out of control, and I wanna go higher, that's my desire. Oh, but I feel you so touch me. I want to love, make the passion so insane. Your desires. I'm my desire. I can see it in your eyes when something is going. I can hear it when we tell that you want to take it back. And you want me. You want to take it further. Yeah. Wanna take it back. Wanna take it back. You wanna take it further. You wanna take it further. Take it back. You wanna 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 take it back. Whoa. Yeah. I can see it in your eyes. And you wanna take it back.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, take it
Oh my
there.
God.
That,
That's
that's
all I
soul
got.
music for real. You get you right there. You're just sitting there like, woo,
Yeah.
dang it, child. Dang it.
Yes. You
Yes.
find that out there too is on this feeling that I have. This feeling that I have. Just when you finally go to Tiffany, just listen to all 3 albums.
Right?
Absolutely. Look.
On autoplay.
Alright, so I'm gonna do now this song, it's not on music platforms, but you can find it on my YouTube, the audio of it. This one is called Oh. And so this song is on my project. It's called the Sexy Album. Like I said, it's not on music platforms, but it was just all sexiness on there. I wanted to just, you know, get a little sexy with it, so I just did a whole album.
That's
Do your
right.
thing.
Yes. All right. Tonight, tonight, we go out to the right, gonna make you say, oh, all night, all night. Running slow up and down, he make my body say, when I put the heels in the air, it's going down tonight. I make you say, you make
Right.
me say, then we say, oh, 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 oh. I make you say, you make me say, then we say, oh, the way you touch my body makes me wanna scream. Oh, the freaky things you do to me. Oh, I wanna go to ecstasy. 'Cause when we climax, ooh, ooh, you looking there while you were playing with my head. You make me say, oh, you make me say, oh, ooh, I make me say, oh, yeah. Oh, I make you say, you make me say, and then we say, oh, yeah. This. Like Monica across the ocean for you. Like Jasmine elephant, I need you so bad. Like Sherelle, you're my weekend lover. Like our head, keeping it undercover. Captured hiding like a clear only for one night. Like it's WB, I get it weak, like a swing. Who's that goes hushing? Who's that goes hustling? Come get your keys, and let me catch on you. Yes. Oh, you make me find love, no man's good and this. So you better represent, 'cause my love is my the
Woo.
Whoa, I don't know, girl. I'm lost for words. You are really speaking to my soul. What inspired you? What inspired those words?
Oh, well, here we go.
Look, right. Do I really want to
Love.
know? You said you
Love
wanted
was
to keep
get
it
that out of
sexy.
you.
Look,
Love will get you out. Get that
Sexy
out of you.
side. That's the sexy side.
that's right, girl.
That's the one I fell on.
Hmm.
That's the one I fell on.
Oh
On that
wow.
one, got
We
back
had
and just started blowing.
we had reverse at the end, and you know the don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it. You know that song?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
We had that at the end of it, so I went to go, don't stop.
And you fell. Girl, next time all you do is take it all the way across the stage. Start catwalking with the sexy one next time. That's all you gotta do.
Watch
That's
out
all you
now.
gotta do. It's a
I
part
should
of the
just do
show.
Friday on stage.
Oh my goodness, girl. I definitely can't wait to get in tune with those two albums. Actually, those three albums, right? And
Yeah,
you gotta send us the link to that one.
was
Send us the link to that one as well.
yes, yes, yeah. The you can find that on my YouTube, Tiffany Music
That's
Oh
right.
yeah,
YouTube.
we got the links up. We definitely been dropping them the whole time.
Yeah,
Perfect.
'cause that's one project that is not on my music platforms. I need to work on getting that on there because there's a lot of good songs on there.
Look at
Definitely.
Mm.
that. Exclusives over here on the real. That's what we do. We get you the exclusive from the artist.
Yes, I got two more, and these are on my inspiration loading.
Okay.
So yes, I think I'll do the up tempo and then go out with the slow one. Here we go. Now today, I'm made up in my mind, it's gonna be a good day. Put my promise to the side, let it fine. Think positive, everything is gonna be okay. Now today, I'm made up in my mind, it's gonna be a good day. Put my promise to the side, let it fine. Think positive, everything is gonna be okay. I've had some good days, and I've had some bad, but it's gonna be okay. Rain may fall, and it seems like the sun won't shine, but I gotta keep my head up, it's gonna get better. Day, that it's gonna be a good day. Everything is gonna be okay. Now today, I made up in my mind that it's gonna be a good day. Think positive, everything is gonna be okay. Listen. Now normally I would react to any situation, a person with an attitude. You can't change my mood. Put it right on my parade if you want me to. No, you can make me sad, no, no. No, you can make me mad, no, no. So I made up in my mind that it's gonna be a good day. I made up in my mind that it's gonna be a good day. Sunrise, everything is gonna be okay. Not today, I made up in my mind that it's gonna be a good day. Think positive, everything is gonna be okay. You gotta make up in your mind that it's gonna be a good day. Put your promise to the side, say it's gonna be a good day. You gotta make up in your mind that it's gonna be a good day. No matter what comes your way, it's gonna be a good day. Next day.
All right. It's gonna be a good day today.
You gotta be positive to yourself. All right, last one. This one is called "Don't You Dare Give Up."
Don't you dare use us or
No, don't you dare give up.
got it, got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Go. All right. When you're feeling down, feeling low, nowhere to go, don't dare give up. You're almost there. Keep the faith, keep your head held high. It's gonna be alright. Through everything, keep your strength, keep your head up. It's gonna be alright. I know it seems like everything is gonna be crazy, but you gotta push through this. Don't you dare give up. 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 Dare give up. Don't you dare give up. Everything seems to tumble down. That you build it from the ground. Everyone seems to give up on you when you need them most. You can cry right now, but don't give up now. Just remember that joy comes in the morning. Don't you dare give up. 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 Ooh, yeah. Give up. Don't you dare give up. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Oh, hey, there give up. Don't you give up. Oh, don't give up. Don't you give up. Oh, don't give up. Don't give up. Oh, don't give up. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't you dare give up. Somebody's watching you. Don't give up. Somebody's watching you. Don't give up. Since you gotta keep your head up, don't give up. Since you gotta keep your head up, don't give up. Oh, don't give up. All I wanna say is don't give up. Don't give up. Don't you dare give up. Don't you give up.
All right.
All right. Girl, we can't wait. We cannot wait to get in tune with those albums. I look
Yes.
forward to it personally.
Right. You know, definitely hit that
Personally.
download button and get all these things in the in the playlist. For that's for sure.
Absolutely.
I need some water whenever.
And get some water because you're blowing, girl. You know?
Okay, right. Ooh, child.
All right.
Well, thank
Okay,
you
because I
again
think we all
so
need a
much.
look.
That
We
was
all need a
amazing.
second.
That was
Thank
amazing. Truly
thank
was.
Yes.
And I would say recommend everybody. Make sure you guys go out there, download this music. Like you've been dropping the links. You know, get her if you're in Arkansas, sign her up for a booking. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely want something like that.
Oh,
At your
anywhere,
event.
anywhere, anywhere, anywhere,
Oh,
anywhere.
anywhere? Okay,
Yeah.
anywhere. Not just Arkansas. Anywhere. My bad. She's like, don't be cutting me short now.
Look,
What?
hey, I could accept
These,
all
these vocals
bookings,
go everywhere.
all bookings. Yes,
Too
yes.
much talent to be selfish just in Arkansas. We wanna experience that out here as well and
Exactly.
Facts.
everywhere.
Where y'all are, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Well,
Spread the
okay.
word, word.
Well, that was great, man. You know, we're hit the 1 hour mark. We're doing pretty good here. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody else know one more time where they can find you from and get your music.
Okay, you can get my music on all music platforms. Anything you stream music on, just put in Tiphani, Tiphani, and you can follow me on all social media at Tiphani Music.
Nice. Marge, any last words? How'd you like your first stream?
It was exciting, very exciting. I was blessed with Miss Tiffany. Okay, so I don't have any complaints whatsoever.
I'm glad
Definitely an
you're
amazing
first.
experience this time around. Exactly. I appreciate it, Tiffany, for you making it easier for me.
Yeah. Great show. Great
Yeah,
show. Hey, thank you guys for watching. All those are still in here. Make sure you subscribe to BGN Entertainment. You know, hit up Tiffany. Subscribe to her channel. You know, let's get this going. Let's get this out there to more people to hear her amazing voice. And that's all I got, ladies. That's all I got for today. Thanks again for both of you guys blessing the stage with me today. And let's do it again sometime.
Yes,
absolutely.
good.
All
Yes.
right. See y'all later. We are out. Peace.
All
Peace.
right.